If you're in sales long enough, at some point, your market's going to hit it up and it's going to hit it down. So how do you prepare for a down market or a turbulent market with research, and how can it help you? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. And before we begin, hit that subscribe button. So if you're in sales long enough, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The market's going to go up, and every up has a down. And salespeople get used to selling in an up market. They get lazy. They get conditioned of saying, these are all the things that I don't have to do. And there's something very cool that you can learn from copywriters. And copywriters, people who write ads, what you may consider junk mail, or long form sales copy that you hit when you click a button that says, hey, look right here, and then we'll tell you a story. Okay, that's copywriting. So one of the things they teach in copywriting is you keep a swipe file, meaning you take other people's ads and you look at them and you're like, what are they up to? Well, you do need to know what your competitors are up to when it comes to them selling, because you're going to come up against people who are a little bit more shrewd when it comes to making decisions about buying. And when you know what other people are offering, and you know the strengths and you know the weaknesses, you can really stack up what your offer is. Now, I have to give you a fair warning. You can't really get caught up in saying, you know what, I really like what they have to offer better. Even if it is better, you have to find a way to figure out how to make your offer better than the other guy. You have to figure out a way how to discuss it. You have to find a way to juice it up in the right way, in a legal way, that's going to make what you have to offer much better for the buyer. It could be through warranties and guarantees. It could be through a better service contract. There's a lot of things that you can do. And sometimes you're going to have to pull the team in and say, hey, look, we're going to have to outwork the competition here. They have a better offering than us, and we're getting slaughtered. They have a better offering than us, and I want to make sure that we have a different way to explain what we're doing. Now, this isn't always about price. This could be about what the offer is. And throughout my entire career, I've never sold for cheap companies. They were always 30, 40, 50% more than the rest of the marketplace. So you get used to having to have the conversation of here's what we have to offer versus what that guy has to offer. Price only get you so far. It's only so much of the marketplace. It's only so much what's going on. And you have to be able to have the conversation and say, this is what I'm offering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is what they're offering, but this is what you miss. This is what you miss. It's not this, it's this. That's what you miss. And most salespeople get caught up in price matching and discounting, and it's very addictive because it's easy to go, okay, so what do we got to do to make this deal happen? Where does my price need to be? I don't know how many times I've written with salespeople that's their phrase. That's their go-to, here's what we got to do, okay? So for you, real deal, you should definitely, bonus content here, you should subscribe to every single one of your competition to get information. It's one of the things they teach you in business school. You want to find out where your competition is at, you go after and buy their stock, and then you get all their listings, you get all their information, you find out what's going on. Same thing applies to you. You want to know where your competition's at? You should sign up for all of their emails. Go to a provider and just get an email like John Smith 11 at emailsomething.com and have everything sent there. And you should be looking at their offerings. What are they offering? Is their offer better than ours? Is ours better than theirs? Where's ours good? Where is theirs bad? And one of the things that I used to do is I'd create a matrix. I would list the top 10 people that I had to sell against. And I wouldn't show this to the buyer, but I knew it backwards and forwards. I would take that information. I knew their offering. I knew their price points. And someone would say hey, I had XYZ company come out. I'm like, hey, funny you mentioned that. I know exactly what they have to offer, and I'll tell you exactly what it's going to be for them to do the work. And here's all the things that I have. Here's all the things that they don't. If you want to waste 2, 3, 4 hours with them, go for it. Or I could take care of it for you right here, right now. Let's get it done. Right? Whatever way you're going to say it. That's my phrase. That's how I would do it. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the way that you would do it. Figure out your own words. But when you take the time to put in the research in a down market, or in the market struggling, and even in a good market you could do this, you can find out where your competition is doing, and you can take them. You can be like, hey, you can't outwork me. You can only underbid me. I got this. I got this. In a lot of industries that I work in, this is pretty standard. Everybody sends out mail. So, you could ask when you go on an appointment with somebody, hey, can you have any mail from the competition? Hey, you talk to them. Do you have their mailer? I'll give you, $25 off to give me that mail. You're paying. You're not just giving money away to give money away, but you're paying to acquire information. If you don't have the access to it on an email, find a way to buy it. Put it out in the paper. Say, hey, I want to buy some junk mail. I'll give somebody $50 for a pile of junk mail. You rip your name off it, figure your local laws out, but do your research. In a down market, you have to outwork everybody else. You have to be willing to put in the work. Now, here's the thing. When the market goes back up, you keep doing it. And you're prepared. That's how you close. If you're a closer, you're the prize, right? You can't outwork me. You can only underbid me. You know, these are all the things that you work towards. It takes some work and effort. But the good news for you is, like, look, right now, you're watching a YouTube video. Your competition's on the couch. They're playing video games. They're watching sports. They're not paying attention to what's going on. So for you, every little thing that you do that gets better, that makes your sales skills better and improves, makes them fight that much harder. And the only thing that they have is a price match and a discount. That's it. That's it. Like, you know, when I'm going up against people, they're like, hey, Scott, well, what do these people have to offer? Price? Like, they're less, but I mean, that's as far as it goes. They're less. They don't have 1, 2, 3. They don't have A, B, C. They don't got it. There you go. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent another fantastic video. Probably won't say that, but it'll be pretty cool. Let's see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.